Biffy Red, you. No, I'm just kidding. Yes, you. Hey, Drunken Master 305. Hello, gorgeous. Hey, Marissa. All right, y'all. I got a lot to unpack for you, and I feel like there might be a part 2. I don't want to. We're gonna skip over the pleasantries because I got a lot. So, hey, Jamie Ann, love yo. Y'all know that I believe in Jesus Christ, but I know that we can all agree on the children. And I'm from the South Side, West Side of heaven. So I'm about to get into some things and I'm really damn angry. So I'm gonna pray because I love Jesus. I have a relationship, not a religion. And then you can leave for 30 seconds while I pray because I'm not gonna shove Jesus at you. And then you can come back and you can hear me out. We can all agree together about the children. Okay? Deal? Goodbye. Come back. All right? Cool. Yay. Jesus, I thank you for this day, God. I thank you for the breath in our lungs, God. I thank you for getting us through the things that you have gotten us through these last few days. Jesus, I just ask that you continue to keep your presence just around us, Lord. Encamp your angels around us, God. Open the minds, the hearts, and the ears of those that are listening to this live, God. And I just pray that whatever is coming next, Jesus, that there is something that is going to come with justice and change. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. All right. Now, we left off on something. Hey, Brad Conley. Brad Conley. Come to the front, sir. I need you, brother. Where is he at? Somebody grab Brad Conley. He takes amazing notes. That man is amazing. You are incredible. Sir, I need to hug you one day. And I'm just wondering if you can take some notes here for me again. I will share them on every platform that I own. But he took notes when I said grab a pen and paper. So Brad, sir, it's probably like I'm right here. I got the paper. I'm right here. I just need you to take some notes, sir, because there's some people who, when they see videos of us and I'm smiling like this because I'm really irritated and I'm trying to get my words out, I'm not trying to sit here and just have y'all listening to me cry. You know, some people are visual, some people listen. So some people probably need to read the notes that man took because he heard me. He got it. He understood. He had everything correct. And that's not the first time he's done it. So if you follow Brad Conley on X, go check his notes after this live. He does great notes. And if you're going to do notes, please send them to me because I would love to post them because some people just need to read to get it. So I thank you to those who get it right now. I love the angels that are with us. I love our tribe. I love our people, but I'm really irritated with the ones who refuse to move for truth. Okay? That includes Donald Trump. I got a message for him. Come to the front, sir. I need to talk to you. Because right now, recently, I've been making these little videos. And then I've noticed that a lot of people are answering to these videos. But when I've emailed, when I've called for help, in the middle of all kind of hell, you can't hear me. So I wonder if you'll hear me with this video. So please, when you see this video play on X, please tag him and anyone else this video applies to. I got some things. Donald Trump, sir, I don't think you're understanding the will of the people. Are you? Are you? Hello? Because first of all, he was never my predator. As far as I know, that man didn't do anything to me. I have a list for you that people ignore though. But I'm telling you that I have never personally, not that I remember, have met Donald J. Trump. Does everybody hear that? Did y'all get that? Can you write that down? Did you get that? Brad, did you did y'all get that? I saw some hundreds right here, so yeah, some people got that. Okay, stay with me. This is a lot to unpack. All right, listen, open your ears. This is how we got in this fucked up situation in the first place, because people just close off and they don't listen to what unless there's something that they want to listen to. Okay, so Donald Trump, never been my predator, but I got a list a mile long of those who are. All right, now Donald J. Trump is our president here now in May 2026. Yes, yes? Okay. Now, here's the thing. What I don't understand is why we're handing out more paperwork for people to read. You're not understanding the will of the people, and I'm going to help you on behalf of some people who probably want to deliver this message that can't get this message through to an email, through a live, that their voice is not heard. Let me help. I got you. What you're not getting, Donald Trump, is that people want to see someone arrested. We don't give a fuck about paperwork. And what I don't think that you're understanding, sir, is you keep dropping more paperwork. Like, you're not understanding the will of the people. You've been arrested. You've been dragged through this corrupt justice system. Yet not one time have you dragged one predator that you know of, that your people know of, through this justice system. Correct me if I'm wrong. So what the hell are you not getting, sir? What are you not getting? Because either you're a part of this and you're a part of the problem and you're distracting people with this paperwork, or you're just a little tone deaf. And I'm trying to understand that. I have questions. These are my questions. I feel like I'm not the only person in the world that has this question. Even if you hate the man, even if you like the man, somebody should start asking the damn questions that everybody needs to ask. What the fuck is going on? Because here's the question. If you're not going to understand the will of the people is to arrest somebody, then that means that you're guilty. Is it just me? Is this thing on? Hello? Is it just me? Because I've never talked shit. I've never had an issue with you. But now I do. I got a big issue right now. Because I'm trying to understand why the fuck we keep releasing paperwork like everybody else is the Epstein library that wants to read this shit. Why don't you make a zoo? Why don't you make a library of the predators? Why don't you buy one, get one tickets and have a BOGO sale for the people who have hurt children, and you just let them roam free around Hollywood, around our nation? Put their asses in a museum. Let us go see and what the hell they look like and what they did. Put the paperwork right next to them of what they did, instead of just putting up this library. Are we all getting that? Because I'm not necessarily understanding. Does anybody else have that question? Why are we getting more paperwork? Why is there more Epstein files being released? What the hell are the citizens supposed to do about that shit? What do you think we're gonna do with it? Are we supposed to citizen arrest somebody? Are you expecting riots like Black Lives Matter? Just asking for a friend. What are you expecting from releasing more paperwork? What the fuck is that supposed to do? And out of full irritation on behalf of half the nation, what are we reading for? When you have the predators, when you have the names, when you have what they did, when they did it, to who they did it, to how old they did it to, for how many years they did it, where exactly they did it, in what location they did it, a souvenir from where they did it. Why do we get paperwork? What is the cause? What is anybody gonna ask Donald J. Trump? Knock on the door to everybody else that loves this man and ask them, why are we getting paperwork? On behalf of all victims that somebody redacted their name and their buyer in that paperwork, what the fuck are we getting paperwork for? Anybody else have that question? You're gonna tell the whole nation that they raped a child, they brutalized a child, they ate a child, they murdered a child, they destroyed a child, they sodomized a child, but you're not going to tell us who the damn child is or who did it, and you want to make a library and more paperwork for it? My mama told me facts, because I said, Mama, I got a lot to say. She said facts, because you right now are angry. Yes, I am. So facts. I just have questions. I have so many questions. Do you? I got more. Melania Trump. Excuse me, ma'am, to the front. I got a question for you too. You know, I understand and I adore that your fight is for the foster kids. That's great. That is awesome. I'm a foster kid, so I totally understand. Foster victim here. That's me. For years, you should check Riverside County Child Protective Services. They have a lot of explaining to do. But ma'am, Melania, Miss Trump, if you're going to continue to put a Band-Aid over a very bullshit-filled wound, what do you think it's going to do? It's going to get infected. There's nothing that you're stopping when you're just putting a Band-Aid over the situation. Where the hell is Elon Musk? Nancy Mace? Nick Shirley? Excuse me. Where are all these people that said they fight for Child Protective Services? Where's all these people that were auditing places? Where's all these people at? Elon Musk, sir, hi. Are you going to DOJ Child Protective Services not because of fraudulent money spent, but because of the issues that were going on, the crimes against humanity? Are we going to do that? Or are you just following money trails? Is that all we're doing, Elon? Elon? Is that all we're doing? Is anybody asking Elon if that's all that we're doing? Because I got some shit for you. I got a list of shit for you. You offered to give attorneys. Does that stand for all survivors? Because Elon, right here, sir, the attorneys that I contact, they're too damn scared to deal with the shit that I got on my plate. The repercussions that come from the things that I have on my plate. So are you still offering attorneys too? Because, hello, hi, I volunteer as tribute. I have a lot, and this is my issue. Riverside County Child Protective Services in the state of California is guilty of a lot of sex trafficking, child trafficking, covering up, and I'm pretty sure so much more. Why? How do I know? I was one of their victims. Sorry, clients. Same thing, potato, tomato, right? So here's the thing. I know that for a damn fact. I have the paperwork from it. You want to know something else? Beverly Gillen. On Truth Be Told, that Congress called originally, they called her because she has it. Riverside County Child Protective Services social workers and supervisors called Beverly Gillen and said, we're sorry. We didn't want to deal with the repercussions, so we looked away. Really? No shit, Sherlock. What other kids did you look away from? Is anybody going to check that shit? Are we going to paint murals on that? Are we going to make t-shirts on that? Are we going to nonstop talk about talk about it on the news on that, like we did the Guthrie case that nobody else heard anything from? Because we nonstop talked about this old lady on Fox News, but not one time have we nonstop talked about the Epstein files or the truth. To me, that seems like the news outlets are shutting the hell up because they know who's guilty as well, and somebody is telling them not to report. Is it me? Is it? Are you guys, everybody, hello? Did y'all hear that part? I got questions. I have a lot of questions, still not enough answers, and I'm pretty sure there's more people that got questions. Okay, Representative Anna Paulina Luna, ma'am, hello, hi, my name is Allison Carter, and I've sent you an email, and so did my mother. You're supposed to be reporting on MK Ultra on May 13th on the Congress floor. I have a question for you. Have you talked to real survivors? Because please don't come with your bullshit, Miss Luna. As a survivor, on behalf of all survivors, we're sick of the bullshit, Miss Luna. I don't think you can imagine our anger, Miss Luna. Because I hope that you're coming with real shit on the Congress floor when you speak on MK Ultra, Miss Luna. Because let me tell you something about MK Ultra. As an MK Ultra survivor, are you going to talk about the gaslighting? Are you going to talk about the gang stalking? Are you going to talk about the hits that are called on MK Ultra survivors, like the one that was just called on me in the state of California, that we have the recordings to? You know that we received an email from Congress. What was that? When did we get?
Days ago. I didn't get it last night.
I want to say it was. Shit. What is today?
Is
today Thursday?
It's the 4th.
What's today?
We got one yesterday.
You got one yesterday?
Last night.
Day before, right? So two. We got two emails from
We're in
Congress.
communication.
We're in communication. We're talking. We're trying to work something out and get a date on an appointment, a video call, a talk, something. Did y'all hear that part? Did everybody get that part? It was 2 days. Today's Friday?
On the 4th.
Thank you, Lady of SKC.
It's on the 4th, and then I got a message last night, I think.
So I want to say we got it on Tuesday, Wednesday. We missed it. We missed the email. Do you want to know why? We will tell you why we missed that email. We were looking for it. Remember the last live that we did? We said, hey, we're trying to get in contact. We're playing phone tag. It would be easier if y'all just emailed us, and they did. And so then we got that email. And we missed it. I was livid. Let me tell you why. Somebody said, why? Oh, Christine Stoican. I don't even like Christine's right now. I hope that's not the same Christine, but I'm going to tell you why, Christine. Let me tell you. So, you guys remember we did an event in Georgia in 2025. Remember when we said we are going to sign off December 30th, 2025? Does anybody remember that? Have y'all been following along with that? Remember, we were doing an event. There were so many threats on our lives for this event in Georgia. And then it was around the Charlie Kirk murder. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that false flag? So Charlie Kirk, around that time, we were on our way to Georgia, and people were like, don't go. Charlie Kirk just got killed. There's so much going on. Don't go. And then there were so many threats on us. There was a full smear campaign for a full year. Do y'all remember that? When Black Panthers popped up, everybody in God's name in devil's name popped up and started just slandering, defaming. They exploited children. They doxed children. You remember I told you I stopped at a dance studio. They asked me to teach. They told me, can you take some choreography? I was in Ridgecrest, California. Do you remember that? Do you remember all that? Sorry to bring this back up to the Angels of Ridgecrest, California, but I have to, because now maybe I have somebody to give this information to. Do you see how I'm still fighting for your children too, Ridgecrest, California? Because that shit was wrong. I had to sit still and I had to wait, and it gutted my soul in a way that I still can't even explain. I was the most depressed that I think I've ever been, because I had to sit still and pray that somebody in Ridgecrest, California on that base would take care of what was going on. When they started threatening, they found us because we went quiet for a little bit. Remember? I told you we went quiet for a little bit. We found this little tiny place that was $900 in the middle of nowhere. We took some of our stuff out of storage, we threw it in there, and we stayed in a corner for damn near 6 months. You guys didn't hear from us, remember? Then we popped up and said there's an event going on, and on top of that, we're being threatened. There was a smear campaign, right? You guys remember that? Then, all of a sudden, the smear campaign started everywhere. This woman came out claiming she was my mother. This woman came out claiming she had missing reports on me. She claimed that I was still 15 years old. You remember that? And I had to explain to y'all several times that I'm 32 years old. Remember that? And still, truth be told, had to come on and clear some of those lies. And then they started attacking them. Still to this day, we are the walking definition of a cybercrime. Where the fuck is the cyber force? If I'm going to talk to the Congress, I'm a little angry today, so you got to bear with me. You probably will understand a little bit. I'm pissed today. I'm livid. And you know what? My mama just gave me the green light that I've been waiting on for a year, so we're going to fucking talk about this. And if there's anybody in Congress, we are the walking definition of a cyber stalking crime. It's illegal to call hits on people. It's illegal to pay people on the internet to ask somebody to kill someone. That's what people were doing on the internet in Stefan's group. Okay? It's illegal. It's illegal to call hits on people publicly and then brag about it on the internet, Christine. That is illegal. And now that they're calling us, we have questions for the Congress if they're calling us. Gang stalking is real. Gaslighting is real. Somebody said, Christine Stokin said, it definitely ain't me. Okay, that's not you. Thank you. So Christine Stokin.
Duck and cover, Christine.
Duck and cover Christine Stokin, because I'm not talking about this Christine right here, just so people don't start attacking her. It's not her.
Alone.
Leave her alone. It's not that Christine. There's other people named Christine. She's not the bad one. That's not the narcissistic snake I'm talking about. So, finishing up, tying that back up in a big bow, that dance studio got harassed, right? When I tell you there were police reports There's police reports coming from the state of California, the state of Mississippi, the state of Georgia, the state of North Carolina, the state of Tennessee, the state of Texas, the state of Colorado. There's police reports out the yin yang for this situation. Okay? So while Representative Luna is going to talk about things, this is what an MK Ultra survivor goes through. People are planted in their lives to watch them and to harass them and make them feel like they're on their side. A narcissist. Okay? But it's on an extreme level for MK Ultra survivors. They plant them in their lives. They make sure they're good and steady in their lives. They'll make you think they're a friend. They'll make you think they're family. And you know what? When we ran out of choices, we trusted them. The same way we have trusted this world, because we're like, what else are we going to do? Who else can we trust? So we've trusted a lot of people, and a lot of people have become our family, but there's a lot of people who were demons in disguise. Okay? So is anybody going to talk about that, Representative Luna, when you get to that floor talking about MK Ultra on the Congress floor? Because that's real. So this woman sat on our side for a little bit, sat in our life, played both sides. Playing that smear campaign side too, little do they know. Was offering to take pizza to their home. Okay? So she sat on our side and was cool with us right before the Georgia event, right when these police reports started going off, right when those kids were harassed, right when all of that stuff happened. We noticed something evil was going on. So all we did was kick her out of a room that was close to us, her and another lady. We kicked her out of the room that was close to us. We were like, something's not right about you. Get away from us. We don't know what the fuck it is, and we don't understand it yet. So please move back. There was no mudslinging. There was none of that. We just said, move back. We said, we're going to go our separate ways because my grandma is dying. My grandma, after her death, was doxxed. Did you know that? It takes a very special evil breed to dox a dead woman. A dead 70-year-old woman. Okay? So we said, while we're dealing with this, we are on one side. We were in California. We were ready to move all of the shit out of this place that we had a police report on. But instead, we got a call that my grandma was dying. And we hadn't seen her in years because of all this shit was going on. They called us and said, you guys need to come right now. She is on her deathbed. You have no choice. We got like 4 days. We need you guys to get your asses out here right now. We hauled ass, dropped everything that was in the state of California, said we got to move this house. There's threats on this house. There's kids being doxxed. And I'm trying not to cry, but I'm hot. My face is hot. Okay? Because I've been waiting to tell you guys this. Because I don't think people understand. Some people see us through this phone and they think we're okay. We're about to show you what the fuck we were just doing. We said, let the kids, let their parents fight for them. We have to get to another fire. We can't deal with the house. We can't deal with the kids being doxxed. We can't deal with them calling us out of our name right now. We can't deal with the narcissistic snake, Christine, that went over and fed every single address. She fed my kids' names. She fed their information. She fed family of mine. She fed children's pictures. She fed the address to what we have a police report on that we just cleared out a house in 72 hours. That's where we came from. Yes, we are in the state of California. We stood right in the middle of the smear campaign. All of our enemies, we were a few miles away from you. Thank you to the Ridgecrest Angels that came out and helped us clear this fucking house out that we've been waiting. We've been paying $1,100 a month on a house that we couldn't even stay in. We threw all of our shit in this house. We grabbed things out of storage. We said, guys, we're disappearing for December 30th, 2025. We're going to sign off because we found a place to go. We found a place to call home. Even if it's for a second, we found a place that was $1,100 for rent. We took some of our shit out of storage. We threw our shit in that house. We got a call and said, get here right now. Your grandma's on her deathbed. We left everything in the house. We unpacked it while we're getting the phone call. Okay? And then we left it. This woman fed that address to a predator. She fed that address to Stefan's group on the internet. She fed that address to the people who were sitting on the internet inciting violence towards me, towards anybody who stood next to me, and towards children. She fed their addresses. She fed names. You know why we call people by code names? You want to know why you hear Superman and Bionic Woman and Elastigirl and Princess Leia and Wonder Woman? You want to know why you're getting messages from people like that on a chat that has something to do with us? Because they're covered for their fucking identities. They didn't need a pat on the back. They didn't need a thank you. They never wanted a fucking media cookie. They were doing the right thing because it was the right thing to do. And for those who have put their faces out there, like Miracle Sims, who has sat on the internet and didn't give a shit about the fact that her son's name, her name, and her husband's name, and any of her family name was on the internet. Beverly Gillen, same thing. Dustin Faulkner, same thing. Jared James, same fucking thing. They came to you because they said this is not just an issue with Allie Carter. This is an issue with children. And those people, all the people that I mentioned, have police reports because of the people I'm talking about right now. Do you know how many people have checked on us every 2 hours? Do you know how many people have waited for our response to make sure we were alive? Because nobody, including Representative Luna, Donald Trump, Melania Trump, Elon Musk, the police departments that have been contacted, the fucking government advocates that claim they're for the children, the trafficking advocates that claim they're with organizations, no fucking body has answered the phone when I handed them this evidence and said, can you do something? They said, no. You think we're okay? You think we're okay? A woman named Christine fed the addresses. I have the recording. She went on the internet, fed the addresses, and then got on the internet and bragged about it publicly after she was on the phone with a woman connected to Black Panthers who had hits on our life. You can follow the money. We have info. We have screenshots. We have screen recordings. It is public. There are so many people who has recorded it. Beverly Gillen has made a police report. Dustin Faulkner has made police reports. Somebody in Mississippi, someone in North Carolina, and the list goes on. We've made police reports, and nobody has done anything. They paid this woman over $3,000 a person, sat on the internet, and publicly said, I did it. They publicly said they fed these people. They fed children. They fed us on the internet. They publicly said they did it. We have it. Where do you want me to send it? If Congress is going to call me back, if someone's going to do something, if anybody is listening in power, what are you going to do? Because I have it. This is why we can't live at peace. 72 hours, in less than 72 hours, we just cleared out a whole house. We have the recordings of it. You want to see it? We'll post it in our story after. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. Because when you move, I want interactive portion. How tired are you when you have to think about, I got to move a whole house? How tired of you when you think about, I got to get a storage, I got to get a U-Haul, I got to figure out what beds we're going to stay in here, I got to figure out to put snacks. If we move some shit that we needed, damn, did somebody pack the toothpaste? Because I need that in the morning, okay? Is anybody thinking of when we move, who's going to turn off the lights? Who's going to turn off the gas? When we disconnect something, are we going to have it to just run the microwave if we want to warm up some food that we find in the freezer? Do you understand what I'm talking about? Do you guys understand that stress when you move? Everybody feels that stress when you move, right? When you move, it takes you about 4 or 5 days to feel it, right? Your body is sore. Muscles that you didn't even know woke up are sore from lifting fucking U-Haul, the thingies on the U-Haul, the ramps, the boxes, packing shit, bending over, your back hurts. Let me tell you what just happened. My mama and us, we just drove 3 days. 3 straight days. From we had to haul ass 3 straight days from where we were to get to the state of California to nonstop pack up a house in less than 72 hours while we're looking over our shoulder, making sure that the people that said on the internet, like Christine, that fed the address, that the house that we were standing in, that fed the area to the area that we were standing in, Detective Groves. His name is Detective Bill Groves. He is from the Ridgecrest Police Department. If anybody has the power to do something, it was Detective Bill Groves on the case that entire year. Not only did he help everybody, not only did he take the report, he took the report. He talked to me personally, because then they played with the justice system. When Detective Bill Groves got on the scene and he was called in, they started lying and saying that the detective wasn't real. So Detective Bill Groves had to reach out to the Riverside Police Department and have a police officer go out to this Black Panther, this crazy ass woman who was lying and saying, I made missing reports. She's a child. Shelly kidnapped her. All of that was not true. And you know what? When I called Detective Bill Groves, I said, this is what's going on. He said, I know who you are. I've seen you around the town as Princess Tiana. Did you hear me? I dressed up as Princess Tiana because before you met us, I was a choreographer, full-time college student, volunteer cheer coach. I dressed up as Disney princesses to go read books and sing songs to children in the hospital. As a birthday party host, I've always worked with kids. Did you know that? So when I tell you this studio had my full background check, full name and everything, they already knew. So the detective gets the information and he said, I know who you are. I got it. And unless something else comes up, unless you're in danger, I can't do anything. There's nothing I can do. Unless somebody is literally in front of you, killing you, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so we made the police reports, contacted the FBI. You want us to post them? We'll post them. We'll post the police reports, the address of the house that we just cleaned out. That's what MK Ultra is, Representative Luna. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. Because like right now that we're homeless again. Oh, and that's not even half of the things that's going on. So see, I had a psych evaluation on the second day that we got to California. Has anybody ever went to a psych eval? Do you know what that's like? Let me tell you. As somebody with dissociative identity disorder, MK Ultra, a sex trafficking victim, and somebody who has to go into a doctor's office, every little thing starts to come back. Do you know that somebody has to poke at your brain to understand why your brain is the way that your brain is in a psych eval? Did you know that? Did you know that? So do you know sometimes when somebody comes out of a psych eval, it takes a few days for them to snap back in. I didn't have that choice. I had a whole panic attack in the bathroom when we got to the psych eval. And then when we got to the doctor, before she even got through the whole records, thank you for being nice to me if you're watching this video. But by the time I got to the doctor, I was already crying because I was like, your bathroom reminds me of somewhere where I got locked in. I'm already having issues because we just drove 3 days. We're packing up a house. We got threats going on out the yin yang. I got threats going to Texas. And then we got all kind of things going on. And now I'm here in your bathroom. And I'm having a whole panic attack just trying to pay. Write that shit down. If you want something to write down, Doc. And when you ask what's wrong with me, you want me to honestly answer you? Because by the time they looked through the records, they were like, are you okay? No. For number one, your bathroom looks like somewhere somebody locked my ass in a few years ago. Okay, for number one. For number two, I'm here again doing a psych evaluation so you could poke at me like fucking 626 sticks experiment and see that I am a little fucked up because of who did it. Dissociative identity disorder, MK Ultra, PTSD is not a joke from the type of shit that I've been through. And before she even got past the records of when I was 17, she was like, oh, okay, well, we don't even really, honestly, the evaluation is, we don't even need to, I get it. Like, So for those of you who think we're okay, just because you see this right here, wrong. And for those of you who are about to get on the Congress floor and talk about MK Ultra, Representative Lona, do it right. Because MK Ultra, gaslighting, gang stalking, harassment, all goes hand in hand. And as for the CIA, I know what you've done to children. I know what you've done to animals. So do you think I trust any damn thing that comes out of your mouth, even if it has anything to do with aliens? You created them. And if anybody, I've told you guys several times about hybrid animals. Do you not understand that what they've done to children, they've done to the animals? And now there's hybrids. We're having a sweet tooth situation right now with this antivirus. I tried to tell y'all about 2023. Go down, scroll back. I tried to tell y'all that someone asked us, called us, and was like, hey, did you watch Sweet Tooth? And we were like, no, we ain't watching that crazy shit. What is that? That has something to do with hybrids, and we're not watching that. And they were like, you really should watch it. I think you should watch it. Allie, watch it. So we watched it, right? The end of the Sweet Tooth movie is what's happening and playing out right now with the antivirus. They let the little kid, the little hybrid kid, had to throw some people off a boat that all had the virus. Okay, so now we're trying to put the fear demon back in people of the COVID. Y'all do that shit, and I swear to God, somebody better yell Jumanji. Let us out of this problem that we're getting out of. Don't y'all fall for that shit again. Don't be dumb. You really think they're telling you the truth? Don't be dumb. They didn't tell you the truth about COVID. Look where that got you. Some of y'all lost family members over a slip and fall in the kitchen that they called COVID, put them on Remdesivir, whatever that Remdesivir. That's the only words that I cannot say. I'm a college student, okay? You know what I'm talking about. Okay? They vented them and they put them on the Remdesivir. Say it. Can you say it?
I can probably spell it, but I don't know if I can say it. Remdesivir? Something like that.
Yes.
It was a death sentence, whatever it was.
Whatever it was. It was killing juice. Okay? They put them on that shit, and then they vented them, and they murdered people in that hospital for insurance money. Thank you, Swoozie Bell. That part. That right there. What she said. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Okay? But George Floyd had a bunch of gold caskets and funerals. Alright? And then we were doing false flag propaganda, and we're having the Congress take a knee and bow to the black people. Yeah. And then nobody else can go outside except for the essential people like the news and the people that were putting the stickers on the ground telling you to stay 6 feet away from you while they're standing very close. The same ones who told you that it was an airborne disease and you can still smell a fart through a mask. Those are the same people who were. Don't fall for that shit again.
Watch Congress do crazy shit like bow their knee like they did. Those are triggers. They're triggering things. How soon do the riots come? Pay attention to when Congress does crazy shit. Tearing up the State of the Union address. Comey. His 8647. Those are triggers for MK.
Black sunken snake female that made a call, and then that other one that looked like Beetlejuice. She was beautiful before, and then now she looked like Beetlejuice. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She's a black woman, and she got gray hair that stick up real high. She looked like Beetlejuice, or that thing that was on Beetlejuice with the big body and a little head. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But she came out and told everybody to start hurting people, and they listened to her.
There are millions and millions and millions of MK survivors that are easily triggered by stuff like that because it's by design. So pay attention. What happened before? What happened during? What happened after? Find the patterns. You'll see it.
I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm losing patience. Because once again, we're homeless. Once again. Yeah. This truck is full of shit. Yeah. You're going to see in my Instagram story that we just speed packed a whole house in 72 hours. Because of the people who can't do anything. You know, with every single box that we put on that truck, it just made me even angrier. Not just with Christine, because that's just a demon. That was just, she's a part of the problem. Okay? The major problem is the fact that the justice system was designed to be broken. The justice system was created to be broken. I don't think there's anybody who actually knows the right thing to do in the justice system because they've never had to.
Well, and you guys don't understand how many survivors there are because they won't pop their head up, and I don't blame them. They shouldn't. unless they have somebody to stand with them, unless they have
What's
an
the
army
point?
to stand with them, they're going to get their asses handed to them.
Because do y'all understand who we bucking at? Do y'all know who you're bucking at? When it comes to the government, when it comes to the Epstein files, when it comes to trafficking, all roads lead to trafficking, and all those roads are intertwined, tangled, and created by our justice system. Do y'all understand that? So when you're yelling, save our children, or when you're yelling, release the files, or when you're saying, arrest somebody, who do you think you're bucking at? Let me break it down for you. You're bucking at the president. You're bucking at the DOJ, the CIA, the FBI, the Congress, the White House. Every damn person that sits in politics and sits in authority. You're bucking at the police. You're bucking at the paramedics. You're bucking at 911, the people that you call to help you when you're in danger at all. You're bucking at every single person that has something to do with helping the system work and flow. Do you understand that? That is who took the children. That is who won't tell you about the children. That is who is working to continue to protect the predators that hurt the children. Do we all get that? So while everybody is sitting here, it's the red side, it's the blue side, it's the Democrats, it's the Republicans. No, it's every fucking body. It's all of them. The only sad part is everybody wants to jump for a big fish. We jump straight for a big fish. So if there's somebody calling us right now to talk about something, my guess is they're going to try to go for a big fish. Fuck the big fish. When is somebody going to get the little fish? Because I know damn well if you're calling me for big fish, you're not going to get them. I know that. Do you know that? I'm fully aware of that. I'm not holding my breath on the calls that we're about to get. I'm not holding my breath on the Congress email. I'm not holding my breath on who's supposed to be calling us back. I'm not, with all due disrespect and respect, I'm not holding my breath because y'all track record has shown nothing different. You have a reputation that precedes you. And my name is Allison Leilani Ray Carter, and I'm not holding my breath. Okay? At one point, am I holding my breath? No. Hell no. You want to know why? Because y'all don't do anything anyways. I feel like what's about to happen, this is just my guess and assumptions. I'm about to be interrogated. And then someone's going to treat me like the victim that got up after she got raped and asked for a copy of my rape video. Because that's what they all do. That's how some people act towards survivors. You're yelling for evidence that you have no idea what you're yelling for. Everything is in those Epstein files. And if you have the power to redact who's in those files, you have the power to pull it too and find out who the hell you need to arrest. What happened to who? What child deserves a real funeral? And what child deserves some justice? You want to talk about reparations? That's survivors. So I'm not holding my breath. Do we all understand that? So for anybody else who's holding their breath, like, I'm so excited, they got a call from Congress, this is probably going to be it, watch when they come back on, they're going to tell us some great news. Don't do that. Don't do that shit. You're going to disappoint yourself. Because I'm trying to warn you that we're already aware of this shit. We've already been through all this shit since I was a child, a baby. People sat on the internet. They didn't even just talk shit. They threatened people's lives. It's one thing to talk shit. You can talk shit all day, all you want. You can do that all day. Nobody cares. When you put a hit on someone and then pay for it on the internet with real money, and then somebody in power can track that money to where it came from and every single person it came from, that is illegal. Do we understand that? They sat and did it for a year. We called police in I don't know how many states, and nobody did a damn thing. Let me break it down for you again, like we're 2 years old. Let's go in layman terms. If the elite fish, like Obama, can get away with the murder that goes on in their own house, like the housekeeper now and the chef, okay? and nothing happens. And then there's people like Stefan and Christine and Jaguar that can sit on the internet and publicly make hits on someone and then pay thousands of dollars and then admit it on the internet. Do you think if nothing happens to the elite fish, shouldn't something be happening to the small fish? Or okay, so let me help you out. If we're in a sea of fishermen, we got a bunch of fishermen around a pond, right? Let's call these fishermen the government. Okay? Let's just use an example. Let's do a math problem. If 1 + 1 = 2, stay with me. If there's fishermen at a pond, and those fishermen are the government, the police department, 911, your justice system, your DOJ, your CIA, your hackers, your military, if all of them are fishing and they can't even get a small fish, do you think they're gonna get the big fish? I'm talking the small fish is the people that sat on there. They're your teachers. They have a maid company. They have an eBay store. They host weddings. They're photographers. These are your preschool teachers. These people work in your local dispensaries. Those are the small fish. The big fish are the politicians, Obama, Oprah, Ellen. So if we had a whole pond full of these fish, let's say the pond, let's say the sea is the nation. The nation is full of these fish. And someone just admitted on the internet, we handed police reports over, we did exactly what they said. We are the definition of what they call a cyber crime. Look it up. We are the definition of what they call cyber stalking. You watched it for a year straight. Look it up. They swear up and down that there's a cyber force. Where the fuck are they? Look it up. So if somebody would have gotten hurt because there were people threatening, we have the threats. We put it up. Go back around the Georgia event. We made you a whole video of all the threats. You know, remember where people were saying we're gonna tie her body to the railroad tracks. We're going to rape Allie when we get a hold of her. We're going to kick Shelly in the face. We're going to torture Allie when we get a hold of her. They were calling me Tori. That doesn't bother me anymore. You're so funny. Tori Outlaw's dead, and I know she's dead. You know she's dead. And apparently you're working with the patent patient that killed her. Handing her money at that. You remember that, Corinne? You remember that humanity issue? You remember that video? Y'all remember that? I've been sitting here for years. People said put a piece of lead in her head and anybody around her. They were talking about who we call heroes and angels. Anybody that was around us that tried to help us. They said put a piece of lead. They meant a bullet in the head of the people that were around us. You remember that? We'll repost it for you, for those of you who forgot. You want us to repost it all for you? Repost it for you, for all of you that forgot. For those of you who are watching my platform sitting in a place of power and are in Hollywood that you forgot, let me remind you. I'll repost it for you. So, well, and then Susie Bell, there you go. She said they're threats, like you haven't experienced all that hundreds of times, that part. You think you can scare me? I've been drowned alive 3 times. I've been buried alive once. Do you know how many times I was tied to something? Do you know how many ways somebody tried to destroy me? Not just my body, my soul, and my mind. Do you know what MK Ultra is? It means that you have a video, and you have a remote to someone else's brain. And as you program triggers into them, like a computer, you can repeat those triggers and make them your robot. No, not anymore. She's dead. I don't think y'all realize that. So you think you can hurt me? Silly rabbit. silly rabbit. I had 4 or 5 men tying me down to poke me with a needle when somebody told me I wouldn't let somebody have sex with me on my period. I told them, fuck you, I will fight you. So they had to tie my ass down. I still bucked their asses off. I'm still here. Did you miss that? Do you know how many threats that have been on my life since I was a baby? I'm still here. I'll be 33 next year. I'm still here. You think you can hurt me? My mom has had to hold a phone when I called her, when everybody was ignoring her, about what the hell was going on. My mom banged down the door of CPS, called police, and stood toe-to-toe with pimps herself. Do you understand that I had to call my mama when somebody tried to rape me in my own foster home, in my own kitchen, and there was nothing that I could do? There was no one to call. My social workers weren't listening. They were in on it. Nobody else would help me. So you know what I did? I called my mom and I threw the phone somewhere in the kitchen and I fought it myself. And she had to listen to all of that shit. You can't hurt her. Go ahead, keep trying. People that think that all this information that we're giving you is free. It's priceless. It's fucked up. So it's priceless. Ugh. You think I'm holding my breath? No. Not at all. There's people that are threatening Texas. Nobody cares. Do you understand me? We are going to Texas. We're on our way to Texas. Meet us there. If you are as angry as we are. If you give a shit about what is going on with the children, meet us there to march with us. If you want to fuck around and find out, do it. Cleveland, Texas Police Department, Houston, Texas Police Department has already been notified, and it's supposed to be security for this event. We'll see. We'll let them do their job. If you want to meet us at the private event, go to allysarmy.com. You can get your tickets there. The event is in Cleveland, Texas, and it's really pushing me not to give you the address because ask me how much I give a shit. Don't tempt me. I'm really this close to just publicly. Here you go. Just don't, because I can feel a lot of the angels that love us like, Allie, don't you dare. Cleveland, Texas. Okay? And then in Houston, at City Hall, that address is public. 901 Bagby Street. City Hall. The hub. I know Houston is a hub, Dallas is a hub, Austin is a hub for human sex trafficking. People are kind of blind out there, including the authorities. They look around like this. We don't see nothing. What's going on? Because I seen it at every turn. We were in Dallas for 2 nights. And there were women giving their pimps a blowjob under the freeway. A driveway over from our hotel. I seen it. But people in Texas are like this. I have no idea what you're talking about. Nope. What trafficking? Well, we giving tours. Whatever. So we will be in Texas, and we're probably gonna piss some pimps off. Ask me if we care. Ask Beverly if she cares. Ask the people that are going to speak in regards to what the hell is happening to children. Ask them if they care. You want to know why they don't care? It's because we're talking about children, and somebody should care. And the whole nation should care. Everybody should be pissed. And I got a lot more for you, but now we got to tend to something else that you'll probably hear about later. So we'll see you in a little bit. Hey Brad, Thank you for taking notes. We'll talk to y'all sooner than later. And don't forget, if something happened to us, we're bucking at everybody else. So it's not an accident. See y'all soon.